Hey, yo, what's good with it, y'all? It's your boy, Mr. Wilson, and you are now tuned in to Wilson Block 100 Radio. And we have a very special guest on the block with us today, okay? Grynch, okay? What's happening with it, man?
What's going on, man?
Chilling, man. We are so honored to have you here with us for this exclusive interview.
Man, I appreciate it. I'm glad we finally got the link, man. It's been a while.
Yeah, man, it's been a long time coming, man, for real, man. And so, I really appreciate this opportunity. We right here at Golden Gardens in Ballard, okay? So it's official,
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean? And, you know what I mean? Go ahead and just hit us with a quick background on yourself.
Man, I'm a MC from Seattle, Washington, man.
Yeah.
That's about it, man.
That's what it is.
Just trying to enjoy the nice weather without getting cooked, man.
Right, exactly.
My white ass will get burnt up.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, Seattle summers, don't get it twisted, man. It gets pretty freaking hot. Like,
Yeah.
Like if you're driving, you'll still have to turn the AC on.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah,
I
man.
mean,
Temperature hits 80, people start freaking out.
Right.
Man. They don't know how to act, man.
Exactly. I heard a guy chirping it got reached 92 the other day, and he was throwing a little fit. I'm like 92. Meanwhile, New Mexico is like 115.
Right.
But
man.
But yeah, man, Seattle's a beautiful place, man. Happy to be here, and happy to bring you on the platform to help share some of that heritage. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it, man.
So real quick, man, I'm real interested to know, life and growing up in Ballard. Before we get to the music and everything, I really want to talk about what it was like growing up in Ballard.
Man, it's just pretty mellow, man.
Yeah.
Just pretty mellow, just same old.
So did you go to Ballard High?
Yeah, I went to Ballard High.
Okay.
Yeah, I went to North Beach Elementary School, Whitman Middle School, and then Ballard High School.
Okay, no doubt.
Yep.
All right, so Ballard through and through.
Yes,
you know
sir.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about music. You know what I mean? You're a Seattle MC. You know what I mean? What led you to get started?
I mean, just like most folks that got into hip hop, man, they heard stuff on the radio. I was listening to Cube. I was hearing stuff on the radio. One of my cousins had some CDs and stuff like that, and this kid named Vu that I went to elementary school with in second grade, he let me borrow a copy of his brother's tape of the Chronic.
Oh wow!
And man, I was like, I just thought it was so tight because it was a bunch of cuss words.
Right.
I was like, oh man, this sounds like something I'm not supposed to be listening to. So I wanted to listen to it. And from there, man, just started listening to more and more stuff on the radio. My cousin had, the Sir Mix-a-Lot album and Warren G album and stuff like that. So just eventually from there, it just snowballed into
So what did you get started with first? Were you recording songs or doing shows? Was it about
Man, I was just sitting around. Back in the day, you get like the cassette single or like the CD single, and you have like the instrumental.
Yeah.
And I was just like, man, I could make my own song to this.
Right.
I'm a kid at this point. Probably like third or fourth grade.
Oh, wow.
I'm not like really like recording or anything serious like that.
Right.
But I'm just. Just
putting
stuff together, having these ideas in my head of, this might be something I want to do.
Right.
And then, man, just was writing some terrible raps, when I was hella young, and just, but it was the beginning,
Right.
And then eventually as time went on. Oh man, this thing.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and then about around middle school, I think it was for, God, like Christmas one year, man. I actually got a Tascam 4-track Porta Studio.
Heavy.
And so I started, just kind of started recording myself.
Right.
And just, stuff like that. Like, it's funny, man. I was actually cleaning a whole bunch of stuff out of my folks, like over the past couple weeks. And I actually found some of like those old tapes.
Right. Oh, recently?
Yeah. Me when I'm like, 12, 13 years old.
Right.
Like,
where were you finding the beats at back then?
I was just off the CD singles, cassette singles.
Oh yeah, because they would come with the instrumentals.
They would come with the instrumentals. Yeah,
heavy.
Yeah.
Heavy.
So, and then from there, man, it's just like this process. You fall in love with the music,
right?
And then you start thinking it might be something you want to do.
Yeah.
I start trying to write rhymes and stuff like that, and then you start slowly recording yourself, and then by the time I'm in high school, we're just doing a whole lot of freestyling and stuff like that, and then eventually.
So Ballard has some spitters. Coming out the high school?
A little bit here and there.
Right,
a little bit here and there.
Had
yeah.
a few hitters. Huh?
Yeah. Shout out to my guy Keontae Bankhead.
Yeah, man. You know
DJ Bankhead. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, just and then eventually from there, you know, I just around like senior year, we had a class. It was called the MIDI Music Lab, and it was like a bunch of the homies just in the class just messing with like the computer programs, making beats.
Right.
And so my buddy Jihad, he made some of the beats in that class that would eventually become, you know, some of the beats on my first EP that I put out senior year of high school, called The 7 Deadly Sins. And
that was an album?
Yeah, it was a little seven.
Is it still out?
Nah, man. It's 100 copies only.
Oh,
if you got it, you got it.
Right.
I'm never refreshing it.
Right.
You know, anything like that. You know, but I got 100 copies printed up of that. And
you still got a copy?
Yeah, I got a sealed copy.
No doubt,
Yep. Yeah, so I got 100 copies pressed up of that.
Yeah.
And now he's coming back. This is crazy.
This is wild, man.
Yeah, and so you know, I got 100 copies pressed up of that, and I sold them all to school in one day. So that was cool. You know, I just had them like $5 a pop, but walking out of school, $500 in your pocket at that time, you're like, oh man, I'm
with 100 CDs.
I'm balling.
500?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So yeah, you know, it was just a constant evolution from when I was a kid up to then when I really started, you know, actually writing and recording. You know. Because I did that project as like, it was my senior project, you know. So we decided, me and my boy decided to do like make a CD.
Oh, that's dope.
And shout out to my guy Sonny Bonaho. He was actually my my senior project advisor. Sonny's still around doing all kinds of stuff, you know, with the Warlord clothing and stuff like that. But he used to throw these freestyle battles and like showcases called, you know, Mad and Mike and Glitter and stuff back in the day. And so I entered like a freestyle battle back in, I think, 03 that he had thrown at the Old Vera Project down in downtown. And that's kind of how I linked up with him, man. And I'm going over to his spot and recording. That was like the first time I really recorded ever, you know, on like an actual, like Pro Tools and stuff like that.
Right.
So yeah, you know, he recorded the whole project for me. Designed the artwork, you know, got the CDs printed up for me.
What was the name of that project?
The 7 Deadly Sins.
Right.
Yeah, so shout out to my guy Sonny Bonaho.
It was a real first effort, like.
That was like the first real thing that I would feel like I put out.
Oh,
you know?
wow.
Yeah.
Dope. So you're not gonna make it available online?
Nah, man. No. Well, some of the songs on that actually ended up on like my first real album.
Oh, okay.
The first full length album.
Right. Okay.
It was almost like a demo in a way, you know.
Right. Exactly.
So
exactly. Mm-hmm. And so, were you a part of the whole like Westlake, 4th and Pine era?
Not a whole lot. I'm definitely familiar with it. You know, you see guys down there all the time and stuff like that, but I was never really heavily involved.
Okay, yeah. Ballard's just down the way.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, you just run right into Denny.
Yeah. Yep.
So man, that's what's up. And so, when what actually propelled you into actually like, I'm gonna do this like official studio, like I'm gonna actually do my best here? Man, it was just more or less just like that natural progression. Yeah. Being like, what time frame was like? How old were you?
Okay. I see what you mean. Yeah. I see what you mean. I would say, you know, probably senior year of high school is when I really felt like I really wanted to really do it for real. I mean, like I did my first real show. Senior year of high school. My boy Travis, he was involved with this group called the Seattle Young People's Project, and he hooked me up with my first gig down at the Vera. Again, you know, I did the freestyle battle thing at the Vera Project. Then like a few months later, I did my first show there.
Nice.
And it went really well for a first show, man. I was like, damn, I might be able to do this, man. Like yeah, of course it was like hello my homies there, you know, just, you know, hyping me up. But it was a lot of people I didn't even fucking know who were there, who came up and like, man, that shit was tight. You know, then I'm like, all right, cool.
And the energy was real. Like,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
See, and that's what I've noticed a lot with like Macklemore, right? Like it was really the town, you feel me, that did it for me. And I was just like, wow, it's just such an excellent presentation.
That's one of my favorite songs of his.
Yeah, it's the one, I think you made a cameo on that one.
Yeah, well, on the hook when it's like putting it down for the town. That's me.
Oh, that's you saying that?
Yeah, that's me saying it.
Look, I'm telling you, man, we got some real Seattle history right here. Don't get it.
I was hyped when I heard that because Vitamin D did all the scratches, and I was like, and I was like, oh shit, Vita scratched my fucking shit.
That's fucking dope, bro.
And what's funny is that bar is from a song me, Macklemore, and Pender did back in 07.
Oh shit.
For Pender's Backpack Wax project that him and Vitamin D did.
Oh wow.
So Vita got it from there. But I was like, oh man, that's cool, you know.
so Tribal, you know about Tribal?
Yeah, yes.
So who is that exactly?
Well, Ghetto Children and all them, and that was like B Self, Vitamin D, all them back in the day. You know?
Because I've been listening to the what's the album they had the album. It's like it's got hella songs on there. It says Tribal on it. Is it Good Medicine or it's something by Vitamin D. I'll show it to you.
Oh, the untranslated prescriptions, I think it was.
Yeah, it's got hella old school cuts on there. You know what I mean? And I was listening to it just to get a vibe of that old school Seattle. Yeah. You know what I mean? That's what's up, bro.
Because they were putting it down in the late '90s.
Right.
You know, like late '90s. I mean, they were shit, man. I mean, even before that, you know. But that's when a lot of that stuff started making noise. Right. For sure.
And then you know, we were talking earlier. You said that you know it's different now. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it doesn't really feel like the same Seattle as
back then. Nah, I mean, damn, I feel like most people that live in Seattle proper these days aren't even from here.
Right.
You know,
facts. I mean, here I am. You know
yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
But it's just, just the whole landscape of the city's just changed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more like transplant than actual homegrown.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's interesting, man. But yeah, you know, it was the camaraderie that I saw in the town video that interested me in Seattle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I would see like your video, I would see like Greaves, I would see Scribes, you know what I mean, from Wallingford. And I would just feel
shout out to
like,
Scribes, man.
Yeah, that's my dog, man. You know what I mean? Big shout out to Scribes 1, you know what I mean? I'm trying to get him to drop the Wallingford EP, you know what I mean?
Shit. I like
you feel me?
Yeah.
So I just think it's dope. You know, I come to Seattle, man. I had to get one with Gabriel Teodros.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We did it in Lower Queen Anne, not Beacon, but
Yeah.
And then, you know, if I do the interview with cats in the section, that's what makes it real. You know what I mean?
Oh, the tribal jones do the math. I'm tripping.
Yeah, do the math.
I'm tripping.
Thank you. Yes. Do the math. I can't believe I forgot that.
That was one of them brain farts. I'm like, man, what the
hell?
I know these things.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. So, I mean, is there any other artists in Ballard that's popping right now?
I mean, that I feel have like really made like a dent. I mean,
no, we could just talk about artists that are serious and committed, right? But are they from Ballard?
Ballard, man. I mean,
not really.
Not a whole lot, man.
So you're the king of Ballard.
And for the record, I did not come up with that. I did not call myself that.
Yeah, we calling him that.
Yeah, but yeah, man. Yeah.
So yeah, you know, Seattle actually has a lot of little pockets, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A lot of, you know, it's actually, when you look at the map, it doesn't look like a big place, but it's actually broken down in such a way to where the neighborhoods are actually in their respective pockets.
Yeah.
Like Queen Anne is not necessarily South Lake Union. You know what I mean? And it's like, so yeah, that's what it is. And then, you know, I did want to talk about a lot of venues, because there's a lot of venues that are no longer here no more. I'm sure you performed at like the Crocodile.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, the Crocodile's a legendary venue. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just tell me about, you know, what it's like performing at the venues in Seattle.
I mean, man, Seattle. I mean, we got, you know, you got Crocodile, you got Lumos, obviously Showbox, you know, places like Vera Project for, you know, the underage crowd and stuff like that. I mean, in all honesty, man, I think Seattle's pretty good for venues, man.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, I mean,
definitely.
You know, you even got, you know, your Nectars, High Dive, you know, all that kind of
Chop
stuff.
Suey.
Chop Suey, yeah.
What's the one on East Lake? Lo-Fi.
Lo-Fi,
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, I was surprised to see you at the Old Town Pub that night. I was just like, "Whoa, is it really this crazy?" I mean, it really made a good impression on Wild Card. You know what I mean?
Down in Pasadena.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was like, "What? Grynch is here?" Like, and then Repent. You know, when he dropped that, you know, Take It to the Top. You know what I mean? That's what sold me. You know what I mean? I'm like, "Hey, this guy is fucking fire,
That's
bro."
A good
like,
joint, man.
It's a good song, bro, and the video was pretty dope.
Beat.
Yeah,
great
man.
record. Yeah.
So, anyway, I think they shot that up in Everett.
Probably. I did a little cameo in there. That was in Capitol Hill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
But yeah, he shot it all over. I know. I know he did
yeah,
it all over the place.
right on. And then he's Corey Tate now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So yeah, real quick, the name Grynch.
Yeah.
Where'd the name come from, and why the why?
So straight up, there's no crazy story behind it. This is kind of funny. Like back in the day, I was trying to come up. I was like, man, I need a rap name. I need something, a rap name. I think the first rap name that I ever gave myself when I was a kid was DJ Short.
Oh wow! Straight to the point.
Yeah. But then I was like, around the time I really started getting kind of serious about stuff, I was sitting on. This is gonna date me on AOL Instant Messenger.
Oh shit! Hey.
Yeah, I was chopping it up with my buddy Josh, and he was he was like, man, he was just sending me hella random names that coming up in the top of his head, and Grynch with a Y was one of them.
Oh shit!
And I was like, yeah, I'll just run with that
right.
for now. That's kind of the best one out of the bunch for right now. I'll use it for now, and I'll probably change it later.
Yeah.
And fuck, man, here I am, 15, 16, 17, whatever years later.
Oh shit, man. I mean, it worked.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah, I mean, it's hella funny. Like, people obviously go, oh man, you don't like Christmas,
right?
all that kind of shit.
Right.
But
I actually got a Grynch sweater for you, man. I got a real Grynch sweater for you. I should have brought that.
Oh man, that's funny.
It's fresh, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get it just for you, man.
Yeah, and then yeah, man. People were like, oh man, what's up, man? Man, you.
I mean, were you a fan of Dr. Seuss coming up?
Oh, I definitely was familiar. Yeah.
No, we fuck with Dr. Seuss, right?
Yeah.
Who didn't fuck with Dr. Seuss growing up? Like, you feel me?
But yeah, there's no real crazy intricate story behind it.
Okay, yeah.
It's just kind of one of those things that happened and it stuck. Yep.
All right, so I want to get over into the music in just a second here.
Yeah.
But I did want to speak on KEXP.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
When I did my interview with Gabriel Teodros, we actually did it just outside KEXP.
Yeah.
I didn't even understand where I was at yet.
Okay.
Right. All I knew is that, hey man, the Sonics I'm at the Key Arena.
Yeah,
I knew that much, right?
The Climate Pledge Arena, which.
Oh,
man,
that's the name of it now?
I don't really like the name, but
yeah.
whatever.
And then I'm not really feeling the name of the hockey team either, man.
The Kraken?
Yeah.
I'm not mad at it, but I can see why someone wouldn't like it.
Yeah,
it's not one of those things where I'm like, well, you don't like that. Like,
right.
I get it.
Right.
Yeah.
It just sounds like a generic high school create a Madden team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I just feel like that's the name of a team before you actually personalize it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I felt like, they should have been the SEALs, man. Like, straight up.
The SEALs?
The SEALs.
I think some other people like the Sockeyes. Sockeyes would have been kind of funny.
Yeah, the Sockeyes I kind of put in the same category. I mean, I just felt like I've heard those names before in like the XFL or some shit, you know?
Okay.
Shit like that where it's just like, bro.
You think the XFL is third time gonna be the charm?
They're coming back?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Because the rock bottom.
Oh wow,
yeah.
That's interesting. Oh, that's gonna be real interesting.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm counting on it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm rooting for him.
I can't even blame, Penn, how it fell apart the last season on like Vince McMahon or nothing like that. That was just out COVID.
Yeah, exactly. It actually got off to a pretty good start.
Exactly. It was kind of like, all right, this might be decent, and then
I do feel like they need to reevaluate the names. The team names and mascots are just way too generic.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could say the NFL's had time to really market their brand. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's yeah.
But at the same time, it's like, I'll rep Seahawk because it's some cool shit. You feel me? Or I'll rep Chicago Bull. That's some cool shit. You know what I mean? But if you're like a Kraken, like, who wants to be a fucking squid at the bottom of the ocean? Like,
Hey man, there's some people out there, I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. You know what I mean? But like, SEALs can fucking smile. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it, man.
Yeah, no, that's an interesting name for, I was just in Key Bank the other day and I was like, so did you guys used to get tickets to the Sonics games? And they were like, no. I was like, then they was like, it's not going to be our name when it's done.
Hopefully
anymore.
get a team back, man.
Yeah, man. I mean, what you were in Seattle, like when they fucking took the Sonics away. I mean, Kevin Durant gets drafted to the Sonics and they take him away. I mean, what was the environment like here?
Man, people were salty as hell. What do you think, man?
I mean, were people rioting? I mean, what was the level of kickback?
I mean, it was people were upset, but it was one of those things like, you know,
Was it a protest?
What could they do?
Right.
You know, it was a business. The business deal was already done, man, and nothing people could do.
But now you know how they were saying that, you know, they were kind of tricked.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You seen the Sonicsgate documentary?
I haven't seen that. No.
You gotta see that.
Okay.
You
Yeah.
gotta see Sonicsgate. I'll send you the. I think you can watch it. I think it's on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can watch it for free online. I'll send you the link. It's a good documentary.
Yeah.
It talks about that whole situation, man.
Wow. So I mean, you know, when we remember the Sonics, man, the Sonics. I'm from LA. Before I ever came to Washington,
Yeah.
the Sonics were always a franchise that I enjoyed watching.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, there's some teams that I just don't like, will never like.
Right.
And then there's teams who are like, okay, yeah, nah, I'll watch that game. You know what I mean?
Shit, man. I bet, especially back then, man. I mean, it was fun times, man.
Yeah.
It's similar to like how the Mariners were back then. You know, I mean, the '90s were the shit here. You know.
Right. I mean,
So-
you guys were good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys had Ken Griffey and y'all was
Ken Griffey,
yeah.
Edgar Martinez. You know, all them guys.
Right,
man,
right.
yeah.
Okay, and so when the Seahawks had Hasselbeck and Sean
Yeah,
Alexander,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
you know, it was real.
Yeah.
Would you say those were good players for the Seahawks back then?
At the time, yeah.
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 You was on deck with Hasselbeck, like, let's get it.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
they definitely had better players since, for sure.
Right.
But I mean, it worked. Yeah.
Right, no doubt.
Yep.
Yeah, man, I just be real psyched on just Seattle history being here. I mean, you could just feel it, man. So let's talk about the music, okay? Because I was looking at your discography, and I mean, I just don't see too many independent artists with that consistent. You know what I mean? I mean, there's people out there that's consistent. Don't get me wrong. You know what I mean? But you know, in my general circle, I don't really see that level of consistency with originality. You know what I mean? So, you know, we got to talk about Volvo first because that, I mean, I still play that song to this day. You know what I mean? And it's a classic. You feel me?
Appreciate it, man.
And it's just one of those practical songs.
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm a rap about my Volvo. You know what I mean? Just the way you brought it in was fucking.
It was filthy.
It was filthy.
Man, good looking, man.
It was filthy.
Yeah.
So
shout out to my guy Il Pill, man. He went to Ballard. He made that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So, that song, it was on the Chemistry.
It was on the Chemistry EP. Then I put out Chemistry 1.5, which was like an expanded version of Chemistry. It was just basically Chemistry with a few new tracks added, more or less.
Okay. So they were both essentially EPs, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I did want to get to that, you know, EP versus LP, just you know, kind of your take on that. But first, when you made that song, was it just for a single, or you were in album mode? Or
I was making the Chemistry project.
Okay.
But I kind of because everybody knew I drove the Volvo.
Right.
So it kind of just became like just a running thing, like oh man, when you gonna make a song about your Volvo?
Right.
When you gonna make a song about your car? You know, I remember this one night I was with my friend Mary, man. We were driving and she was like, you should make a song about your Volvo.
Really?
And I was just like, yeah, maybe one day. And that's probably like, you know, 3 years prior.
Oh,
you know
wow,
what I mean?
right.
Coming out. Then one day, you know, I was literally in the middle of sending. I was gonna write. I had Sabzi from the Blue Scholars in mind to make.
Oh yeah.
To make the beat for that song.
Okay.
And I was.
Shout out Sabzi, man. I want to meet him one day, man.
Yeah.
He's ridiculous.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And I was, you know, in the middle of writing him an email, you know, being like, hey man, what do you think about the, you know, I had this song in mind, and as I'm writing this email, I get hit up by Il Pill, and he's like, hey man, I just sent you a new beat, and it was the My Volvo beat, and I was like, what the fuck? It's like I was like, whoa, this is hella weird, right? Like I'm writing this dude Sabzi about this song idea I have, and then I get this email from my guy, you know, with
really
this other
essentially
beat.
what you were looking for.
Yeah, because I just listened to it and I was just like, and they had that, and I was like, yeah. I mean, it came to me, you know, like that,
like
but I was
yeah.
like, oh shit. Sabzi ended up doing a remix on you know, a little bit later on, but yeah, man. But I mean, that's how that came together, man. And then, you know, I actually didn't record that whole entire song in one night. Like I just kind of had the hook idea because I knew I wanted to do the tank on empty. Wanted to chop and screw that.
Right.
And I wanted to have the VO, the VO, LVO stuff on the hook.
Yeah.
So I just went to the studio and my guy D-Sane spot and, you know, did the hook.
Yeah.
Laid the hook down, and I didn't write the verses yet. And then I wrote those verses in like, I had to go to the studio one night. I had the time set up, and I wrote all those verses in about half an hour.
Oh wow!
It was quick. That song really is, and it's weird. You know, like I kind of. I thought it might be potentially catchy or something like that, but I never expected it to really catch on the way it did. I remember my buddy Jihad, who did some of the stuff for me back in high school. He heard it and he was like, "Man, that's gonna be like that song probably gonna be something for you, man." I was like, "Man, you think?"
Yeah.
I wasn't even, and then what really put that song over the top was the video, for sure. I mean, it wouldn't have become what it did without the music video. Shout out to Stephen Gray.
Hey, Stephen Gray, excellent job.
Excellent job. He's cold. And here's another funny thing. I almost didn't do a video for my Volvo. I was gonna do a video for the song "Time" on Chemistry.
Okay.
And Stephen was like, "Man, you can do what you want, man, but I'm just gonna kind of suggest that doing a video for the Volvo song might be the move, man."
Right.
And I was like, I sat and thought about it, kicked around for a little bit, and I was like, yeah, you know what? You're probably right.
Right.
So we did it, and it.
Did you get any endorsements?
Man, I was, you know what's funny is I was actually gonna do some kind of commercial or something. You know, I was in touch with Volvo's ad department.
Oh wow.
At one point, and they literally were like, they were gonna give me a new whip and everything.
Oh wow. And that's gonna give you the V90 or something?
Man, it was something like it was a newer one, and then they just kind of
they was gonna give you the newer model of the one you had.
No, just one of their newer joints,
Right.
and yeah, man, and they kind of ghosted, bro.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I got the emails to prove it. I'm not making none of this stuff up,
that
man.
That would have been official.
Yeah, it's cool. I mean, a lot,
Hey, cause Volvos, they actually make nice cars.
They do, but yeah, I'm not sweating none of that shit, man. It's
right. I mean, it's
what it is, man.
Exactly.
It's what it is, man.
Right.
It would have been cool, but whatever.
I mean, it's a numbers game out here, man. You know what I mean? Some opportunities, man. Like, I mean, of course you want them, but it won't necessarily break you. You know what I mean? And,
man. I mean, I've had plenty of shit happen over the years where I was like, really excited, thought something might happen, and I mean, man, like I remember they were the song Chemistry, that almost made it into, what was it, NBA 2K12.
Oh,
they almost used it for that and didn't make like the final cut or whatever, and I was like, damn, I was like, oh my god, man,
that's the moment.
This is the one with Jordan on the cover. They got the 96 Sonics as a hidden team. I'm like, man, this would be the shit.
They ousted you on that. Hold on, see, now we gotta scrutinize the team. Whoever put that soundtrack together.
Nah, man, I like again though.
Scrutinize.
Again, but I'm just saying, like there's things that, don't end up happening.
Right.
But I've had more than enough really amazing things happen that I'm not sitting back brittle about it.
Right, salty about none of that. Yeah.
So this is how it goes with this shit, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not promised anything
right.
doing this shit.
Exactly.
So,
and that, that's good, because as artists, man, we have to have that work mentality. You know what I mean? Like, we got to go out there and earn ours.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
And nothing is given.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
And then and the biggest thing one of the things that I really realize is, just when you think something might might not happen or not be worth it or something, that's when some random clown and shit falls in your lap, and you're like, whoa, I didn't see that coming, but damn, all right, I'm gonna keep it pushing.
Exactly. Like, like on my platform, I have countless podcasts where I'm talking about this and I'm playing this local artist music.
Yeah.
But the one that actually went viral was me talking about why I quit dishwashing. You know what I mean? And it went viral. It still gets comments to this day. And I'm just like, bruh, like, this is not what I'm trying to talk about. That was just one topic.
Yeah. What was it? Hey, I mean, I'll say, hey, that's how it is with the damn Volvos.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, man, I love that song for what it did for me. I love the song, but there's a lot of songs of mine that I'm like,
we don't gotta spend all the time talking about Volvo. But do you still have it?
Oh yeah. Not here, man. I got a loaner, man. I got a leak in it, but it's still running. It's still running. Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Hey, man, we gotta do like a photo shoot magazine cover with you in the Volvo. And we'll put that on the calendar.
Oh man.
You know what I mean? But I did want to bring up, your song Mr. Rogers, man. 'Cause I watched that video and I was like, whoa, this is so much more like it made me feel like Scribes Roll My Way.
I like that joint.
You know what I mean?
That
Where
joint's tight. That's
it's
a
just
good
a
joint.
feel good
Yeah,
joint. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like, you know, you said it in the lyrics. You were like, yo, like fuck being bothered. Like, nigga call me Mr. Rogers. Like, I ain't tripping. Like, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, and then, but even the intro, you just walked out the house and then, you know, you look and then you hit the camera with that smile.
Yeah.
Right? I said, hey, that shit was just good.
Hey,
you know?
Appreciate it, man. Yeah.
So, tell me about that particular song and project.
Yeah, man, the Mr. Rogers song. Jake One did the beat.
Okay.
That shoot, man. I mean, that's as soon as I heard the beat, I was like, man, this shit just makes me feel good, man.
Right.
You know, so that's where that came from.
Okay.
And then yeah, the video. My guy Griff J shot the video, and yeah, man, just some feel good shit.
Yeah.
You know.
And so that was on Timeless?
That was on Perspective.
Perspective.
It came out as a single prior to
Okay.
Perspective, but the album that it's tied in and associated with is Perspective.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Do it again. Yeah, you right there. Yeah. There you go. You good.
Okay.
Yeah, man. And then, all right. So look, I want to get into your other albums, but speaking on that KEXP thing, you know, what have they meant to like the Seattle music scene? Because they're like a non-profit radio station.
KEXP, I think, is an invaluable resource for I mean, not just Seattle artists, but artists, period.
Right.
You know, I mean, it's a huge platform.
Exactly.
You know, they got a lot
but
of
the local music scene has
reach.
benefited from that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I've definitely benefited from KEXP,
nice.
for sure. Yeah.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear that because those are just one of the things about Seattle that I feel they have figured out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I see dudes like, you know, I've been, you know, introduced in certain circles where it's just camaraderie, you know, across different generations of fam. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just appreciate that energy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, getting back to the music real quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, you know, what's current and upcoming?
For me?
Yeah.
Man, I got a few projects in the stash actually, man. That's one thing that I'm glad I'm coming out of like the whole COVID thing with some projects to show.
Right. Oh, no doubt.
So I mean, I've got my group GAS with my boy Jesus Spades and stuff. We got a new EP. I have a new album pretty much done. I'm just waiting on a couple folks.
Nice.
And then I got over the COVID stuff, man. It gave me time to really kind of like dig in the archives and go through a bunch of old stuff.
Right.
And I got like a lost tapes project pretty much done too, from stuff that didn't make. You know, some of my projects over the years dating back to like my first album.
Really?
Up to like the Streetlights album. Like there's just tracks.
Streetlights. I remember
tracks that have been just kind of laying around.
Yeah.
You know that never saw the light of day.
Yeah.
You know. So
is that gonna be an album or a mixtape?
It'll be an album.
Okay.
It'll be an album. Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, man. So when
and I'm definitely gonna present it as such, as that like I'm not trying to act like this is a new project. Like it's like a compilation.
Okay, yeah, lost tapes.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
So what's your order of release? How is this playing out?
You know, I probably dropped the lost tapes joint first, and then maybe the group EP, and then
that's 2021. We're gonna see that. 2021?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then
no doubt.
And the new album. Yep.
Man, see, you know, COVID happened, and you know, you still, you know, sticking to the craft, and you know what I mean, what you've already invested so much time and effort in. You know what I mean? A lot of people, you know, look for excuses to, you know what I mean, when it don't work out the way they probably seen it work out for someone else. You know?
Yeah.
They kind of give up or just kind of fall back. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's easy to get discouraged.
Yeah.
Doing this stuff, you know.
Right.
But
you gotta love it.
Yeah.
You gotta love to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That way it don't feel like work so much. You know.
That's the thing, man. I mean, if you don't love this shit, don't do it.
Right. That's simple.
You know?
You made a song called The Box before Roddy Ricch.
What's up?
You made a song.
Oh, the posse cut with a bunch of us on there. On the box. Yeah.
But remember, Roddy Ricch just blew up off a song.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, man. You got like 200 songs, or you got like maybe not 200, but you got over 100 songs.
Oh, definitely over 100.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're counting like features and all of my own stuff, it's a few hundred.
Okay, nice.
I got a lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, you can go ahead and throw me some projects out there that you were featured on that we might not know about, that we might not hear about, but you know you was on it.
Oh man, there's a lot, dude.
There's a lot.
It's a lot of stuff, man. Let me.
I mean, yeah, let's get it. I mean, you know, the more Seattle, the better.
Oh man, shoot! I can go to my Spotify and
You got a project called on the good one.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, yeah. The on a good one. That's an EP that me and Anthony Danza did.
Okay.
And it's a real G-Funk centric project.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, on a good one, me and Anthony Danza did that back, and that came out in 2017.
Oh, that's still kind of fresh. That's still fresh.
Yeah. So it's got, you know, just real West Coast project.
Okay.
It's got Cocaine's on there. Got the joint with Warren G on there.
Oh yeah, so you've been working with Warren G. So tell me about that.
I mean, I've known Warren since 2009.
Okay.
You know, he was, I mean, how we linked up, he was on Twitter, and he was just like, you know, I'm looking to work with some new artists, you know, send some music here. So I was like, fuck, I got to lose, you know? Like, so I sent him like 3 joints or something like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, whatever, not expecting to hear nothing. And then like an hour later, get an email back, hey, this is Warren, I like your style. Here's my number, call me. And I was like, the fuck? You know, and I'm like, and it was heavy for me, because I'm like, this is like one of my like childhood heroes.
Exactly, Warren G.
Like,
you feel me?
Like that Regulate album was like one of the albums that got me into this shit.
Okay, yeah.
You know, and yeah, man, we've been cool ever since, man.
Heavy. So you guys actually got songs?
Yeah. We did a song called To Nate Dogg, and it's a Nate Dogg tribute with me, him.
It's out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, it came out in 2014. The remixes on a good one, but the original version was Wands. You know Wands from the Thrift Shop song?
Yeah.
So it's Wands featuring Warren, myself, and Critical, the homie Critical.
Okay.
And
heavy.
And yeah, so yeah.
And then didn't you like open up a couple shows for him?
Oh, I've done a bunch of shows with Warren.
Oh,
yeah.
And what's that like, man? Not everyone get to do that. You know what I mean?
It's cool, man. You know, he's just a cool ass dude, man.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, through him, you end up meeting like Dog Pound and shit like that.
Yeah. One time, he took me and a couple of homies when we were down in LA. Went and hung out with Snoop.
Oh, that's heavy. Dope.
It was cool, man. It's just a trip, man. It's just like, what the fuck? Like, you had told me how to be in these kind of situations when I was like 10 years old or something, man. I would have been like, you're full of shit.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, wow, what?
It's really happening.
It's tripping. Yeah,
Real
it's weird.
talk. And that's cool because that, you know, you just doing your shit. You just doing your thing.
Yeah. I've said this before. I'm like, I feel like I've like damn near like Forrest Gump my way through through doing all this rap shit, man. Because it's just things just happen.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, you know, I have, you know, you want to have like a plan about like certain things, but also not really, man.
Yeah, right.
You just kind of go with the flow, and shit happens.
Exactly.
It's
But yeah, but you know, one thing I've noticed about your music is that it's high quality. You know what I mean? Like the production is nice. It's got a good mix and master on it. Like it's actually, I don't know if it got mastered, but
it's definitely got mastered.
Exactly. Because
it
you can hear it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My guy D saying he be mastering all my shit.
Yeah, man. So I did want to ask you a couple little, you know, just semi-political questions, just basic about music, shit like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? With streaming, right? With streaming coming into the game, you know what I mean? How has that affected, you know, in your perspective, how has that affected, you know, the way you approach music? Is it better, worse?
I think on one hand, it's like, on one hand, you don't make as much, but I will say, you can make hella money off of streaming.
Right.
You know? But I think in a lot of ways, you know, yeah, you might not be making like a whole bunch of money in some, you can make money other ways, you know, with merch or now that, you know, now that we're getting out of the COVID stuff, you know, like shows and things like that. And just streaming, I think it's solid just because it's made music so readily available.
Okay.
You know, it's just.
You think it's worth kind of like, I mean, so with streaming, you got to kind of like go hard or it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I know artists that, you know, they've never made a deposit from their streaming accounts.
Right.
I mean? Even though their music's probably been up for a while. You know
Right.
So but it can be rewarding. I remember Nipsey Hussle was talking about.
Oh, yeah.
You know, Nipsey Hussle was like, I mean, shit. You know, when you see yourself as the business owner.
Yeah,
Generating, hey, that's a nice little pot.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yep.
So
Yeah.
I mean,
too. Russ made a bunch of money on streaming.
Oh yeah, Russ made a gang of money. Yeah,
When
yeah.
Spotify first came out, he was dropping a song a week,
Mm-hmm.
just because Spotify was giving him a check.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
so you do think it's good for industry?
yeah.
Not for the artist.
I mean, it can be good for the artist.
It can be.
Yeah.
Right.
I see both sides of it.
Yeah.
I see where people might get frustrated.
Yeah.
With
For me, it's the
cuts.
it's the way the data works. For me, right? It's like now we're getting to a point in music where, you know, I can't just download an MP3 and play this shit on repeat if I want to. You know what I mean? Like you're actually controlling how I listen to music.
Okay. So
I can't listen to music if it's not published.
What
You know what I mean? Like YouTube, I can go to YouTube and hear a beat by Pete Rock.
I got you. Okay. So it's good because there's a lot of stuff that isn't on streaming.
Right.
Okay. I know what
Right.
you mean. I mean, shoot, man, I can't lie. I fall down the YouTube rabbit hole all the time. Finding
Yeah,
random
you know
stuff.
what I mean?
I know what you mean. Yeah.
There's no unconventionalism
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
it. You know what I mean? And then it comes down to, all right, well, did you pay your cell phone bill this month? You know what I mean? If you didn't pay your cell phone bill, then chances are you don't have a data connection to access the music. And so even with my publication, the Wilson Block magazine, my whole strategy has been, you know, serve PDF download. So people can access the content offline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And but you know, industry and corporate and all that type of stuff, it's, you know, they don't go that way. They monetize the data now. I mean, we go from having instant direct connect walkie-talkie, you know what I mean, to paying for how much data we use.
Right.
When I feel like it should be, you know, it shouldn't be the only option, right? Like having to succumb to, but that's how the industry is transformed. How else are they going to monetize digital?
I mean, I'll be honest, man. I'll still go buy physical copies of stuff if I can.
Right, exactly. Like you went to the Sam Goodies.
Yeah.
Tower Records,
I like having like a tangible object.
Right.
Object that like. It's just there's nothing that
like
compares. There's
things.
nothing that compares to like, you know, ripping the wrapping off a CD and
Exactly.
like, you know, dinking with that annoying ass sticky label on the top.
Right,
Rip it off, but then,
exactly.
but I mean, you know, the liner notes and just reading about, you know,
the booklet.
the booklet. Yeah. Because I feel like, you know, growing up, you know, going through a lot of the liner notes, like I damn near found out about a lot of, you know, I would read down like who was featured on it, who engineered, you know, who engineered the song, who produced
And
it,
you
who did everything.
always appreciated it when they actually had the lyrics
And that too.
in the booklet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It was nothing that you could demand from the artist because it was just such a cool. That was like an album.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Even when it was just cassette. You
Right,
know?
right.
Some of the cassettes came with fat little booklets.
Yeah,
you
they
know what I
did.
mean?
Yep. You'd have to like push the tape in hella hard.
Yeah,
to
man.
get it to
And
fit in there.
I come from the era of, you know, recording songs off the radio with my cassette and
Yeah.
selling
What was
it.
one
You
of the
know,
last albums you bought?
The last album I
Good
bought,
question.
like bought on. Oh man, let me see. You know, I actually.
Vinyl or whatever.
Oh no, I actually just bought. I rebought because I lost my original copy. I rebought the hard copy on CD of the best of DJ Quick.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah,
I was
that.
on Silver Platters, and before that, I can't lie, man. I you know they brought Tower Records back, right?
What?
Yeah, it's like an online store.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was just like, man, I wonder if they got any of my shit on here somehow, because I know like way back when they closed down, I think they had some of my stuff. You know,
Oh wow.
and,
The CDs.
yeah, and so, but they had a copy of my vinyl that me and my boy Budo put out, this little 2-song single project called Treading back in 2013. But they had that on the Tower Records website. I was like, man, I'm gonna just buy this just for old time's sake.
Buy my shit.
Buy
real
my own
quick.
shit from Tower Records, man.
That's fucking dope, man. Like
Yeah.
when you can look back and you got like fucking cuts.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Mhm.
Like, you know,
Crazy thing, the last album I bought was Nipsey Hussle's Victory Lap.
Victory lap.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's still wrapped up.
There you go.
yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, man. So yeah, I just like to get artists' perspective on those types of
for
things.
sure.
And then I did want to talk about EP versus LP. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We don't not too long, but you know, typically the EP has been like the more recent craze, so to speak. But the LP is like, you know, I call it, you know, a good album to me is at least 14 songs.
Yeah.
I mean, not just 10, right? Like, so, I mean, how do you feel about, you know, EPs and LPs when it comes to recorded music these days?
I love albums. I'll always be an album guy. But I also understand why the shorter projects seem to do really well. It's just because people digest music these days, man. It is what it is, man.
Yeah.
Like you'll drop something and it'll be tight for a couple of days and then it's just already forgotten.
Right.
It's hard to
Exactly.
really gain traction. I mean, back in the day, you get an album, you'd be slapping that for a damn near year,
Exactly.
if not longer.
Right,
And stuff like
right.
that. And so, I mean, I put out my first EP back in 2008. 2008,
Okay.
I put up this project called Something More for free download back in 08.
Yeah.
And like I was just kind of like, man, just give people, just a little something.
Right.
That's
what's up.
But yeah, man, I think mostly it just has to do with just people digest music differently these days,
Right.
man. I mean, people
The way they consume it, like-
people will just get like find their favorite songs for an album and just put that on like a playlist on,
Right,
on,
exactly.
on Spotify or
Yeah.
Apple Music or something like that.
Yeah.
So it's just, but I still love I love albums because it's just you're getting like the whole picture, like
Exactly.
the whole vision from an artist.
Yeah.
But I mean you can get that with an EP too.
Yeah, I mean,
You know-
an EP can be, it's the short answer. You know
Yeah,
what I mean,
yeah, it's
to
like
your
a concept
Yeah.
project, or something
Exactly.
like that. But I
Yeah.
mean, yeah. I love albums though.
Yeah,
I'm
you
an
know what I
album guy.
mean? I think personally that, LPs back in the day, came with a lot of fillers. You know what I mean? Came
Oh,
with a lot
yeah.
of fillers.
Oh, yeah,
The
you-
EP kind of rules that out.
Well, see, and see that's the other good thing is like EPs. If you're gonna give me like a 5-song project, all 5 of those songs better be bangers.
Right.
I mean,
Don't let 3 of them be interludes.
yeah, exactly. I mean, you get like a full album. Back in the day, you get like a 20 to 22 song album, man. There'd be
Yeah.
a lot of bullshit on there.
Right.
So you'd have to sift through that.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah. So moving forward, we're gonna wrap up soon here enough. But
all good.
just when it comes to, pursuing a career in the arts, right? What are some challenges that you faced, along the way?
Shoot, man, staying inspired.
Yeah.
I mean, it's weird. It's like, shit. I mean, it always comes back,
Right.
But it's like sometimes I'll just be like, I'm not real inspired right now, man.
Yeah.
I think staying inspired,
Yeah.
and just
Do you ever do a writer's block?
yeah,
Like what's your coping skill with that?
I'll just let it go.
Right, you just take it easy.
Let it go, and it always comes back.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, you just don't force it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep. I mean,
That's why your music comes off as so authentic.
well, that's the worst thing you can do with music is forcing
Yeah. I
anything,
agree.
man. Because what's meant to be is what's meant to
Right,
be,
it's like
man.
trying to force a fucking love relationship. It's just, what are you doing?
Right,
You know what I
right,
mean? It's
right,
not gonna
right.
come out like, the apple pie is not gonna be made right.
You gotta
know what I mean?
gotta let things fall into places they may, man.
Exactly. And so I mean, everything at this point has been organic.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's what it is, man. You know what I'm
Where's your
saying?
inspiration draw from?
Man, just life experiences. Sometimes you just want to get on a song and just spit, you know, and just rap your ass off. You know,
Right.
not really even rap, just bars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I mean, just whatever, man.
Yeah.
Just life in general. You know.
And so what are some more rewarding things? I mean, we've talked about a lot of cool shit, but just from the pursuing just as a career. I mean, it could be anything. You know what I'm saying? What are like some real rewarding things that?
I think more than anything else, especially at this point, having 2021. I've been really releasing music for about 17 years now.
Wow.
And it's like, more than anything else, I'm just happy I can look, and I'm not done by any means,
Right.
nothing like that. But
No
I mean,
doubt.
but I mean, it's just nice to be able to look back on, all the stuff that I've done and be like, damn, man, like I got like a catalog of music that I'm proud of.
Right.
I've just got to got to just experience a lot of really cool shit over the years, you know.
Right
just
on.
it's been a lot of blessings, man.
Yeah.
So I can't take none of them for granted, man.
Right.
So again, man, you know, Forrest Gump, man.
Right. Real shit, man.
just end up in some situations where I'm like, man, this is kind of cool. What the fuck?
Right. But yo, man, that it just comes by doing. You know, I remember Dom right here. He got a story where they actually paid him to perform at Barboza one night.
Tight.
What it was like $80 they paid you and Julian or whatever.
Yeah, $80. Yeah.
And pretty much it was just because the show they had, an artist didn't show up, and they were actively out there performing and selling CDs. It was the fact that they were proactive and
tight.
You know what I mean? That opportunity came.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
It was all organic and.
And that's I mean, we talked about it a little bit earlier, but it's like you just never know.
Yeah.
You never know.
Right.
Like that random time that you decided to not do something.
Right.
That could have just
been the moment. Right.
Yep.
That's what's up, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, I mean, you know, that pretty much sums up the gist of it. You know what I mean? I could pick this shit apart all day, man. I mean,
I was gonna ask you a question about your album art.
Mm-hmm.
Who does like some of your earlier album art?
My DJ's done the last couple. The earlier ones.
I seen one with like it looked like it was more on like the spooky side. Yeah, I'll show you real quick.
Okay, yeah.
And then
because if you show it to me, I can tell you exactly who did it.
Right.
And then yeah, let me show you real fast. It's what's on your YouTube Music? They got some older albums right here, and then they got these. Like these.
Oh, those ones. That's not me. That's a different Grynch. Yeah, they got to get those up off of there.
Oh
yeah,
shit!
Yeah.
These two right here.
Yeah. Yep. That's not me. That's not me. I had those two like yanked off of my Spotify profile and stuff. Yeah. That's funny. I'm like, and as soon as you said it, though, I'm like, oh, I get it. I see why it gets. I'm like. Yeah, those that's funny because I've seen those before and I'm like, man, those do look kind of spooky.
Because you were like, man, what albums could he be talking about?
Yeah. I was like, I'm having a hard time thinking of like what.
Spooky?
Yeah. That's funny.
All right, look, for the record, also, man.
Yep.
Let's talk about the Kingdom real quick, okay? What was it like? You've been to games there?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Who'd you see?
Yeah, Seahawks, and the Mariners especially.
And that was all that wasn't the Tacoma Dome. No, that's
No,
actually where the fields are now.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. So the Seahawks will play there, and
they had concerts there.
The Mariners were playing there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's where all the famous Mariner moments took place.
Oh really?
Yep.
So did they have a retractable roof?
No.
Really? So a home run? How do you hit a home run?
It just goes in the stands.
Oh really? That's a home run.
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, no doubt. So that's where Griffey played all his games.
Yep.
Oh wow. He didn't play no game at the.
Well, no, he did because he came back.
Okay.
He came back. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Seattle just got a lot of rich history in music, sports.
Yeah.
Just I came up here. I tell people back home. I say, man, everything I started in LA, I can do up here. You know what I mean? And I mean to some degree, and it's just a little better quality of life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Grynch, thanks for coming through. You know what I'm saying? For this exclusive interview with the Wilson Block.
Love, man. Pasadena's finest.
You know what I mean? Thank you, man. That means a lot. Now, y'all heard, I didn't say that. You feel me? That didn't come from my mouth now. You know what I'm saying? But shit, man, if you got any shout outs, man, let's go ahead and hear it, man.
Oh, man. Shoot, shout out to you for listening.
No doubt.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, no doubt. That's what it is, man. It's your boy, Mr. Wilson. Grynch has been great.
Hey, likewise, man. Appreciate you having me. I'm glad we finally got the link up.
Yeah, man.
Sure.
Hey, man, this is a milestone for us, man. You know what I mean? I really want to, it's really about local artists for us, man. Sincerely, man. It's just about being able to share the story. And people love being on our platform because they get to talk about themselves, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, it's been a pleasure, you know what I'm saying? We'll probably, follow back up with an article, interview some way down the line, you know what I mean? And you know, just take it from there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
All right, Grynch, we out.
Much love, man.